I was at recess when I just jumped off the monkey bars. "Last one to the swings is a rotten egg," I yelled. My friends Allie and Caitlin and I ran as fast as we could from the field across the gravel track into the swing set. As we crossed the gravel track, I tripped and cut my jeans open. My knees began to sting in pain as I limped over to the edge of the swing set to sit down. To my surprise, when I looked in the hole in my jeans, I saw a big, bloody cut. Allie and Caitlin insisted upon me going to the school nurse, even though I knew I would be fine. The nurse cleaned my knees and bandaged me up. Just when I thought she was going to let me continue with my school day, she called my dad and asked him to come pick me up so I could go to a doctor to see if I needed stitches. My heart began to race. My body was shaking and my hands were sweating. I had heard that stitches hurt badly. Getting stitches was one of the last things I ever wanted being a fourth grader. I begged and begged to the nurse for her to let me stay at the school, but she wouldn't budge. In what seemed like seconds, my dad had picked me up and we were at the hospital waiting to be called in. I was relieved to see my mother walk through the door while we were waiting in the waiting room. She tried to assure me that I would be fine. Soon enough, a hospital nurse called my name and she took us to a room with a small bed in the middle where they took my temperature and blood pressure. After my leg was unbandaged and cleaned again, the doctor came to the conclusion to give me stitches. During the procedure, I was amazed that I couldn't feel anything. Afterward, I knew I shouldn't have listened to the people who said stitches hurt. Like the doctor and my parents had told me, I was perfectly okay, and my knee was back to normal in no time. I realized that I can't always believe what people say. Sometimes I have to experience things for myself. Also, I realized that I was the rotten egg after all.